Hey, it's Paul. Welcome to the October edition of the free How to Play Bass monthly monthly magazine. This month's magazine, we're going to look at a song tutorial for a song called After Midnight by Eric Clapton, which was on his, probably what's considered his first proper solo album. The bass player on this album was a guy called Carl Radle. He did a lot of early Clapton stuff, did Derek and the Dominoes, played with a bunch of other people too. Great bass player. I discovered him about 6 months ago. I've been transcribing a bunch of his stuff, a bunch of the Derek and Dominoes stuff. He did some great things. After Midnight, a strange song. It's got a 6-bar intro, and then it's got a 17-bar form, and that 17-bar form, which I'll talk through in the lesson, just continues right through the song. Very simple. There's only 4 chords in it: C, E flat, F, and G. And Radle normally puts in quite a few variations in his lines. There are some variations in this, and I've transcribed it in full for you, and you'll see that in the PDF that you can download on the download page where you're watching this. There's not as many variations as he normally puts into his lines. It's fairly... So from that perspective, it's a fairly straightforward line, and the way I'm going to teach it, I'll teach the intro, and I'll teach once through the 17-bar form. And if you learn that once through the 17-bar form, which is the first play through the form, you should be able to use that to play through other choruses, other verses, the guitar solo and stuff, play along with the recording, throw in your own combinations of how he does the patterns. You'll probably be able to think of your own little variations. It's pretty straightforward rhythmically. It's got a kind of it's got that kind of a rhythmic feel where he's playing lots of dotted 8th notes followed by 16th notes, and then some 8th notes as well. So rhythmically it's not too tricky. So you should be able to get through this without too many problems, and you should be able to take the ideas from it and create some more variations for yourself if you were playing this in a live environment. Or you could just learn pretty faithfully what I teach and then just repeat that over and over for the song. No one would be any the wiser probably, and you'll be playing and sounding very authentic if you did that. So that's what we're going to cover in October's lesson. I hope you enjoy it, and if you've got any questions, drop me an email. So you just heard Play Along with backing track, playing through the intro and the first kind of play through the 17-bar chord structure that After Midnight has. We'll start with the intro, and then we'll go look at the 17-bar kind of turnaround. The intro starts with just a C held for 2 bars, then you hear the drum fill, and it brings in a riff that we play for 4 bars. And that riff is... Okay, and note-wise, we've got C, 3rd fret of the A string, repeated, 3rd fret of the A string, C, E flat, 1st fret of the D string, F, 3rd fret of the D string, back to E flat, 1st fret, and back to B flat, or down to B flat, 1st fret of the A string. So you've got C, C, E flat, F, E flat, B flat, and it's this kind of rhythm. that's played 4 times through, and that brings in the first verse, stroke chorus, whatever you want to call it. As I say, it's a 17 bar format, and we'll go through that bar by bar in the next section. So let's move through this note by note as we go through bar by bar. I will call out the note locations, but remember they are in the PDF. So the first bar, which is a bar of C, you're just playing C and G at the 3rd frets of the A and the E string. So C, G, C, C, G, C. That's the first bar. And the second bar, we've got these 2 beats of E flat and then 2 beats of F. We're just going to play. So we're playing E flat, F, 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 1st and 3rd fret of the D string. Then we've got 3 bars of C, and Carl's using simple variations of a pattern where he's going from C down to G and then back to C via B flat. So in the first bar he plays, which is C, G, B flat, C, C, G, B flat, G and C 3rd fret of the E and A string. Of course I won't call those out again. B flat's the 1st fret of the A string. And then the next 2 bars are kind of simple variations of that. So the next bar he's playing, which is slightly busier. He's playing C, C, G, B flat, C, C, G, B flat. And then the next bar he's playing another simple variation of this kind of pattern. Except it's more a variation of the first pattern actually, because he doesn't use B flat in that pattern. That's bar 5. So it's C, C, G, C, C, G, C, and then we're back to E flat and up to F. What we've got is E flat, then we've got a B flat on the 16th note, last 16th note of beat 2, and then up to F. That B flat's 1st fret of the A string, of course. Up to the F, and then we're down to the C again. We've got these patterns. We've got 3 of them, and as I said, you can mix in variations, do your own variations, just using the notes of C and G and B flat. So we've got 3 bars of that. Then we're up to the F for 2 beats. We're going to play this. Sorry, not for 2 beats, F for 2 bars. That's the first bar. So you're playing F, C, E, F, E, C, F. So F and E, 3rd and 2nd frets of the D string, C, 3rd fret of the A string again. The second bar of F, playing something similar. Then you're up to G for 2 bars. We're going to play, which is G, open D, G's the 5th fret of the D string, F sharp at the 4th fret of the D string, G, F sharp, D, F sharp, and this is the rhythm. We're going to play a variation on that in the next bar of G. So we're playing G, D, F sharp, G, F sharp, F natural, E flat, 5th, 4th, 3rd, 1st frets of the D string, and then we're down to 4 bars of C, sorry, a bar of C, just a simple pattern, C and going down to G, then we've got the 2 beats of E flat, 2 beats of F, and then we've got the last 2 bars, we've got this pattern in C. Again, you can throw in your own variations, play whichever is your preferred pattern, using G and B flat and C. And then you'll be back to the top of the form. He often marks the top of the form by playing 2 quarter notes, the first bar of C, before we then go up to E flat and F, and the form repeats over again, and then you're free to put in your own variations or just repeat what you've played already. You can go through the transcription and see some of the variations Carl uses, although usually for him there aren't that many variations in this song. Usually he puts in lots more subtle variations, but in this one he stays quite faithful to the original kind of line and the idea of the line that he's come up with. So that will help you That, combined with the transcription, will help you get through After Midnight.